Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's the boy Shingy. As usual, you already know what it is. Welcome to this two-part video of what's in my camera bag. For this video, we're gonna be focusing on what's in my camera bag portraiture, and the part 2 is going to be what's in my camera bag fashion photography. That's because, guys, I do have two different bag setups that I use because of different lenses, and I do bring different things for every different type of shoot. So with that being said, let's focus on what's in my camera bag portraiture. So my main camera setup for portraiture is the RB67. Woo! Really amazing camera, guys. It's a 6x7 medium format camera. The reason why I picked the RB67, guys, is because it uses bellows to focus. That is huge because I'll be able to focus in a lot tighter to my subject, and that is especially really good for portraiture, and not to mention the quality that comes out of medium format. And the main lens that I do use for this baby is the 90mm KL. It's a 3.5mm lens, which is beautiful. It takes really tight portraits, and I'm able to really fill up the frame and get a really sharp focus on the eye, and that's why this camera is really good. I do also have an eye level prism for this camera that I do bring with me at the shoot, and this is really key because I like shooting eye level, and especially when you're shooting portraits, you're not really sure what position you're going to be. You might be on the ground, you might be standing up, whichever position you're going to be. An eye level prism is also really good. And the other reason why I like an eye level prism, guys, it shows me how the photo actually looks. When you're focusing with the waist level, it is what is it called? Inverted. It's an inverted viewing focus. So with this, I'm able to focus really good and accurate to how I want to take the photograph. I want to just say good things about this camera. As you guys can see, it's quite chunky. It's like as big as my face. It's bigger than my face, really. It's absolutely chunky, so it really does weigh down on my camera bag. Yeah, that's the sucky part about having the RB67. So I do carry two camera bodies in my camera bag for portraiture. The reason why I do that, guys, is because I get different results from different cameras, and it's also my favorite orientation. And the camera in question right now is the Hasselblad 500cm, which is a very beautiful camera. This is a 6x6 medium format camera. It also comes with the 150mm. That's why I really carry this camera, because the 150 gives such a different result from the RB67 that I must carry it. It's a beautiful camera. I do find myself in certain situations that I do need to use the sky. Let's say I'm in a tight spot and I do need something that is a little bit mobile, a little bit smaller. I do pull out the Hasselblad 500cm, and I also like having two results between the 6x7 and the 6x6. The 6x6 for portraiture is gorgeous. Like, I cannot mention how beautiful this camera is for portraiture. Absolutely gets the job done. And the 150 is also really good, especially with the creamy bokeh it also produces from the f4 lens, but it's at 150mm. So this is a really beautiful setup. And also carry a eye level prism for this guy as well, because like I said earlier, the orientation does matter to me. I want to make sure the camera is oriented really well. It does make the body a little bit chunkier, but it's so worth it. Also, again, I love shooting eye level prism. I don't like shooting waist level because it's kind of hard on portraiture. You don't know what situation you're going to be in. One thing I do think about getting with this camera is I do plan on getting a 16 back, which is a 645 back. I think it'll also add a little bit of versatility when I'm using this camera to be in portrait orientation, which would be really nice to also have. Okay, guys, for my light meter, I use the Minolta Flash Meter 3. Absolutely love this light meter, except for the fact that it is a little bit chunky. The reason why I like using this light meter is because it has the sync cord over here that I'm able to use when I'm shooting with strobe lighting. So, and the fact that I'm able to also connect the sync cord to my cameras is also just huge. All the cameras use sync cords because they don't really have hot shoes. That's the main reason why I like it. Also shoots ambient, which is really nice, and I love the way it pairs. It pairs really nice. So you put your ASA over here, you mark it, and then you're able to just change your shutter speed, which is really nice. Very simple, very easy to carry. Negative, like I said, it is a bit chunky, but I can deal with it. It's totally fine. I like vintage stuff because I shoot film primarily, and yeah, that's pretty much that. Oh guys, one of my biggest secrets for portraiture is this wonderful, beautiful filter, which is a Tiffen PROMIST filter. It's the 1/8 filter, which is really subtle. This is just really subtle. It creates really creamier skin because it adds a softness in the highlights, and this is really huge for me. It is very subtle. If you go check on the graph between the 1/8 and the 1/4, it's very subtle. But when you're working with skin, you wanna get the best results you can out of your camera, and if I can soften the skin just ever so slightly and get a little bit of a glow out of the skin, I will definitely do it. And the 1/8 does an incredible job at doing that, and it's so subtle and it's beautiful. I got the 77 version because I have step-up rings, which is something that I also carry in my camera bag. I was gonna show you guys after that, but I might as well just talk about it right now. So I do use step-up rings, step-down rings, whichever one you want to call it. All my filters are going to be 77mm because that is the widest lens that I do have, and then I just step down if I'm using a smaller ring. So it's really good key thing to kind of note that whenever you're buying any filters, if you're shooting with the RB or the RZ, that you get a 77mm filter. That will really help. Oh guys, so another small accessory that I do carry is my cable release. Really like this cable release. Super small, super handy. Rarely use it for portraiture because I like shooting handled, but it's always good to carry and have in your camera bag. So that is a huge key. Oh guys, so in terms of bags, my bag of choice is the Wondered Provoke bag. Really beautiful bag. As you guys know, the boy loves aesthetic, and the boy also loves really nice things, and this is a really nice bag to have because it has so many beautiful features I could use. Remember guys, I use 2 cameras, and I'm actually able to pack both cameras in this bag, which is really nice to also be able to do. So it has a cube over here. Sorry, it's a little bit messy from the last shoot. I'll have the RB67 in this section, and I'll also have this top section where my Hasselblad kind of goes in. It fits really perfect in this section as well. And I also have little zippers around for like my filter and all that type of stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much that. I also have a laptop sleeve. Rarely carry my laptop, but it does have a laptop sleeve, which is really nice. The bag, it does expand over here, which is really neat as well. So you're able to roll this out. I'm not going to do that right now, and it'll give me extra storage and extra space for me to use if I do need it. And another good thing is it carries my tripod. Again, I don't really use my tripod that much, but this is a Manfrotto type tripod. Really beautiful tripod. I'm not sure which version it is, but it's a really nice tripod. I can't lie, like it's very sturdy, very lightweight as well. Yeah, this is my camera bag of choice, the Wondered Provoke bag. Really beautiful. Absolutely love it. These are custom. You do buy these extra. I'm able to also put several things here. I'm able to put my light meter in this side pocket, which is also really amazing. Oh guys, I'm also going to share with you guys my favorite portrait film, and my favorite portrait films are the Delta line. Those are my favorites, and I will also add Portrait 400, but I rarely shoot portrait for portraits because I love black and white portraits, but I do shoot Portrait 400, which is really nice. But with that being said guys, again, thank you guys again for following this video, and I hope this video helped and gave you guys a little bit of an insight on what I like to carry. Please give the channel a big subscribe and like this video. It really helps the channel grow. Follow me on Instagram at shopbyshingy, and check out my website at www.shopbyshingy.com. Thank you guys so much. I love you. Enjoy the next video that's going to be coming up right after this. Bye.